All right, Friday night, party night. Doing some last minute setting up as usual for me. Moving some stuff around. And just want to look something up while we're here. Oh. What is a whistle pig? What is a whistle pig? Whistle pig brewing. Groundhog's habit of making a high-pitched whistling sound. A whistle pig is a groundhog. Is a groundhog the same? There you go. A whistle pig is a groundhog. Now I know why there's a brewery and a distillery called Whistle Pigs, named after groundhogs. Okay. I feel enlightened. No one here to bloody see me enlightening. But I'm going to make my first video, which is a tasting video. I'm a little bit trepidatious about this. Okay, let's do that. And do this. And do that. Now, where are we? Wanna do that maybe? That'll do. Now, is that right in the middle? That's close enough. It's close enough. Okay. Now that's ready. That's ready. Oh, I just realized what I'm doing. I don't know. Time to go in for a tasting. This one. Smells quite nice. So I immediately think it's not the cheap one. With the asterisk, I'm really bad at this. Oh, yeah, that is pretty nice. I really don't think that's the cheap one. Probably should have had some water to rinse my mouth out between takes. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll have to redo this. Try number 2. This might be the cheap one. Oh no, that's got too much kick to be the cheap one. I think I'm really bad. I'm not looking down because they were different colors, and if I even look down, it'll tip me off. So, what's that nose? Oh, okay. It's not hard to drink. I just breathed in at the wrong time. Okay, final one. Ah, I'm so. Oh, okay. Don't want to rush to a decision, but I think this is the cheap one. I'm definitely going to embarrass myself and get this wrong, but I think this is the cheap one, and it isn't. Ah, it's the Bakery Hill. They'll hate me for that. Right. All right, there's 3 left. Can I judge now? Okay, that one's tasting a bit subdued. Maybe that's the cheap one. What this is saying is the cheap one's not terrible. I had formed the opinion that was the rum cask one, and ooh, okay, this tastes higher proof. This is the rum cask one. It's the rum cask one, and I think this is Nova. It's Nova, and this is the cheap one. Okay, so I took a punt, and the first one I guessed was one of my most expensive whiskies, and one I like. But I did get it the second time when I narrowed it down a little. But I repeat, what this tells me is this is not terrible. It's not going to be my favorite or go to, but I have made cocktails with it. It makes it perfectly decent old fashioned. I think this is going to be aimed at people who want mixers. I'm going to really quickly look. Who's that? Who's saying hello to me? Jim, hello. You're already drunk. Bam. G'day, cocktail lovers. I'm going to do something a little different today. It's a whiskey tasting, and the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to do a blind taste to see if I can pick this out, because this is new on the market in Australia, and it's cheap. Most Australian whiskies are notably more expensive than the big international brands because they're made by smaller independent distilleries, so their production costs are higher. Quality's higher too, in my opinion. But I saw this the other day. I always use like a bottle of Jack Daniels as my measuring stick. Most of the whiskies I have from Australian distilleries cost at least 2 bottles of Jack Daniels. This is 1 bottle of Jack Daniels. It was on a slight special, but it made it the same price as a bottle of Jack Daniels. It's called Hunter's End, but it isn't tied to any distillery. This is the equivalent of a Kirkland brand. This is in a supermarket chain in Australia called Coles. They have bottle shops. And what I think has happened is someone has purchased a massive load of ethanol. There is a factory that makes ethanol for a lot of distillers, and then they've just, I don't know, chucked it in some barrels in a warehouse somewhere. And when it's reached the number of years it has to be called whiskey, because they are calling it whiskey, Australian grain whiskey, then they've bottled it. Or possibly they're getting one of the distilleries to do it for them. I don't know, but it has no distillery's name on it. No way of knowing where it comes from. But my guess is they're mass buying the new make spirit from a wholesaler, and then someone is aging it in barrels. And this is interesting to me because what this is saying is the big chains have gone, wow, Australian whiskey is on the up, but it's a bit pricey. And if people have gotten into this idea of Australian whiskey, could we make a cheaper Australian whiskey? And this is what they've come up with. So I'm going to run it and I'm going to get real serious. Like I'm not putting it up against other cheap whiskies. And this is where you find out how bad my palate is. Because in a blind taste, I'm going to compare it to this one, Starward's Nova Single Malt. This is the one I always say is my favorite. It's only 40% ABV. This is interestingly 38% ABV. People don't usually dilute their whiskey that much. But then I'm going to throw in some serious ones. This is Bakery Hills Double Wood Single Malt. That's 46% ABV. And this one's from Archie Rose in Sydney. This is their single malt whiskey, which was aged in rum casks. This is the cask strength version. This, I recently did a blind taste test with 16 whiskies, and this was my favorite out of all of those in a blind taste test. So I thought, you know what? I'll do a blind taste with this as well. I was out of the room. Mrs. Angry moved all the little glasses around, so I don't know which is which. I'm also not going to look at them because I know they're different colors, and if I even look down, it'll tip me off as to which is which. But now I'm going to do the tasting and see if I can pick the cheap whiskey. Cars, noisy cars. Ooh, really noisy. All in all, I think big chains wanting to get cheap Australian whiskey into the market is a good thing. I know that some purists will be up in arms and they think it's cheapening the whole thing. I'm going to be glass half full about this. I think if it really gets into the mainstream, the idea of Australian whiskey, then people may start with a cheap one. Then they may hear, why these other ones? They cost a lot more. Are they that much better? And they are really good. Australian whiskies are really good. And this one is not to be sneezed at. I think it makes a really good mix up. I don't think many people are going to be sitting down, drinking this out of a snifter and going, quality stuff. But as a mixer, I think this is quite good and it maybe has a place in the market. And I did see another similar one. It was slightly more expensive than this, about $10 more expensive than this. And it was the same thing. It was just called an Australian grain whiskey, wasn't tied to a distillery. So I think we might be seeing more of this in Australia. And as I said, I think it's a good thing because I think it will get more people in the mindset of try drinking Australian whiskey, and they might move from this to one of the really good ones. And you know what? As shallow as this is, I really like the bottle. You know what? As shallow as this is, I really like the bottle too. It's got some embossing on it. It's quite nice. I will probably keep the bottle when it's empty for putting cocktails in and various other concoctions I come up with. I like slightly unusual bottles. So it's got that going for it as well. I wouldn't say that's the reason to buy it though. If you're in Australia and you've seen some of these cheaper whiskies, I'd be really interested in your opinion, if they're any good, or even just generally the idea of putting some cheaper whiskies out to get people more open to the idea of Australian whiskies. I think it's good. I'd be interested in what you think. All right, all right. Maybe that's the way you are. Now I'm going to sit down. Jesus, still no people here. Slow start to a Friday night. That's all right. I'm gonna use these for an old fashioned. Oh. Okay. Okay, how much whiskey? How much whiskey is in ski whiskey? I'm gonna pour it all out. I'm going to put a bit more of the cheap one in. Why waste your time shouting at the crowds? Nothing can be done to stop the shouting. Every time was still the noise would still continue. The rocks and stones themselves would start to say, "Hello, Luke. How you doing?" I'm just settling down from making some video. I'm going to sit down for a moment while I do that. Right. Now I should brought this glass over here. Because I was going to have an old fashioned. This is not really happening. You bet your life it is. Let's go some sugar syrup. There is a Oh. And finally, some beaters. Put some aromatic bitter in there. And now I'm gonna sit down. Ah, yes, watching about the IT outage. It's a biggie. I stayed online at work for extra time just in case shite was hitting the fan and someone wanted some backup. But it did not seem to affect my work that badly, so hoorah for that. And it doesn't appear to be affecting my computer or my internet. You know, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee. Oh, wait, I don't actually want to do that. Where's my skewer and get a cherry? Oh, I think there's only a few cherries left in here. Lucky I got an extra backup jar today. Oh, that looks a little bit sad. I want another one. That's a bit better. That cherry was too small. Yeah, no, Safa. You just missed. We were just talking about that. Was paying attention to that for my last couple of hours at work today, just in case it caused outages. And after hanging around for a couple of hours, it didn't seem to have, so I just friggin' left. This? Oh yeah, that's nice. Bit of orange oil. You know what? I'm going to do a second peel. If I do this one. So I reckon anyone who was affected by it was all hands, but like I said, my work didn't seem to be affected by it. You're here, but you kind of want to go out. Oh, is there gay stuff you want to go and do? I bet there's gay stuff you want to do. I don't want to go out because the freaking weather was miserable out there. Don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods. It was friggin' miserable here, though. Oh, fucking yum. Oh, old fashions, man. They're the best. That's what I thought. You say that. I thought there must have been lesbian stuff happening. Yeah, I've heard of Cloudflare. Cloudflare are fucking huge. And there's irony that this major outage is being caused by a cybersecurity application. Apparently, there was an update, there was some bad code in it. And what it's effectively done is make computers crash, get the old blue screen of death. And they say you have to restart, but it gets stuck in this loop and it can't restart. And this has affected both, like, laptops, desktops, and servers. And globally, it's probably affecting millions of machines around the world. I was figure of speech when I said I went. I left. I just meant I left my online presence. I was working from home. Dr. Bear went out late last night, going out tomorrow night. Kind of bored tonight. I mean, if you're in the mood for it, you got the stamina for it. I mean, I'd say go for it, but you do you. And yes, we did seem to get it first because we were all still at work, and it's like the rest of the world is just waking up. The next 24 hours could be fucking wild, or even the next 8 hours. Talking about, like, a fix for it. It's this. Oh, Dr. Agao, are you not been paying attention to nerd shit? It was more like 3 p.m. when it started happening in Australia, actually. So, CrowdStrike. A cybersecurity program that's on a bunch of Windows machines, servers and desktops and laptops, used very widely as a cybersecurity measure. Apparently, they pushed an update that had some bad code in it, and it's fucking crashing machines. Probably millions around the world. And apparently the fix is manual, which is just a fucking nightmare. Uh, because it's like, oh, you have to restart Windows in safe mode and then load a particular program. And I don't know if you're supposed to delete a line of code or if you just delete this update and then restart. So it's a real pain in the ass to fix. And that fix is going to have to be done across millions of machines. So, yikes, as they say. It's a big fuck up, and it's not even a cyber attack. It's just a fuck up. Saw some people describing it as the biggest outage in more than a decade. Oh, wait, has Twitter gone down? Oh, no. Still there, even if it doesn't deserve to be. I was looking for the trending stuff on here, and oh god, how does that work on mobile now? I don't know. Oh yeah, the help desk fix for this is just abominable. Abominable. Am I logged into Twitter on this laptop? No, I am not. Okay. Wait, am I on this browser? Not logged in on that browser either, so fuck that shit, I guess. So, yeah, it's a real big fuck up affecting banks, airlines, governments. Damn, it's big. Media companies. It's just a big old fuck up. So, there's a whole bunch of people in for a stressful, I don't know, weekend, couple of days. Who knows? But stressful times is what I'm saying. So, I'm just looking. What am I doing here? News. Just also to correct you, Safa, it's not Cloudflare. It's called CrowdStrike. Cloudflare is a completely different thing. So, yes. No, don't. No bad. Don't worry about it. I was just trying to help you out. But sorry. Oh man, it's a really fucking good old fashioned. Yum. Oh. Oh yeah, I got my Dymo labeler working today that Strictly Sega sent me, so I could label things. So I might put something in another one of the barrels. It's cheap whiskey that I've got, and age it for another 6 months or something. What did I have for dinner? Still doing the U foods. I had a good one: shredded beef and ravioli with a tomato sauce. Quite yummy. Good stuff. So shite, fuck, bollocks, shit. I think I fucked up something. God fucking damn it. All right. God fucking damn it. I don't think I put a U-Foods order in and they're going to send me shit I don't want. No. Fuck, shit, bollocks. Um, Coming up Friday, July 26th. Okay, I literally, I have to go out for a couple minutes. What'll I put on? AIDSy? Haven't done that in a little while. Wait, how long is the? Maybe the Elysian whiskey barbie. Oh no, I'll put zombie AIDSy on. Yeah, I forgot to order. I literally just have to disappear for a couple minutes. Big Al's texting me about it. All right, I got to put this on. This will take me a couple minutes. Crisis averted and his jaw hasn't even fallen off. Oh, there it goes. No, it's no. That was something else. All right, I did that fairly fast. Oh, good. Hey, Rottweiler dude. No, it hasn't affected YouTube yet. Oh my gosh. What the photocop? Anyway. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have this old fashioned. And I'm gonna make another cocktail video. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh. So friggin' yummy, man. It's a whole thing, this outage. It's going to make a lot of people's lives friggin' miserable for at least a few days, I think. But yeah, you know, it stopped flights, it stopped payments. Oof. And, you know, the danger of something when it's this big an issue is it can cascade. It can place stress somewhere else, which then rolls on out and makes other things crash. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Mm. Oh man, I freaking love old fashions. Probably said that before, but I do. I really do. Is there also the urge to just put labels on everything? Because Strictly Sega gave me a labeler. The urge is very strong. Took me a little while to work out how to get the backing off the labels, but I worked it out. Because the fucking instruction book doesn't tell you that, how you get the backing off. But I worked it out. It was defeating me for a while. I was very frustrated. But then I worked it out. Fuck was that noise? Just a random vibration or I don't know. There it is again. I think it's a wheelie bin. I think someone moving a wheelie bin. It's just like, wow, it would be friggin' wild if I found out tomorrow that was gunshots. No, it was literally a noise, like something being hit. Like if I used my imagination, it could have been a gunshot, but I think it was just a wheelie bin echoing as someone took it up a driveway. Hey, Hannah, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, oh my God. So friggin' yummy. That is good. Okay. Came across a picture of the greatest cocktail ever. Now it's in the Discord. Well, I clearly need to look that up. Discord. What's in the Discord? The spin class. Infused cherry vodka, tart cherry juice, dry curacao, lime, and prosecco. And then there's a cocktail called a dad joke, which is sorry, I got it. Sorry, a dad joke. It's got bourbon, Aperol, Updog, Amaro, peach, and bitters. And if you looked at those contents, you might be tempted to go, "What's up, dog?" To which I'm sure the person taking your order goes, "Not much, dog. What's up with you?" Points. Points to those people. Thank you for sharing that, Hannah. Have I labeled my label maker? Oh, I'm going to do it now. Let's switch it on. I was tempted. Mrs. Angry's lad has a pet pigeon, basically. And I was tempted to make a label that said pigeon and stick it on the pigeon. So I was like, label maker. Print. Also, the cutting noise is really satisfying. Okay. So how you get the backing off, I was complaining about before. It's actually split down the middle. So you got to sort of, like that. And you go, all right, there's the, get the backing off. All right. Where will I put that? Okay, now I won't forget what it is. It's a label maker. Yes, Kipsy is his pigeon wife. He is the husband. You have cold pizza with a great amount of pineapple. Nice. I had pizza 2 days in a row this week. Not ashamed. Not at all. All right, I'm going to make another cocktail video. Short one. So that involves getting this chair out of the way. It's caught on the power cord. Oh. Brings this around here. Okay. Gotta put a few things away. Okay. Put all the whiskeys away. Oh. Let's. This goes here. That goes here. And this goes here. This here is covered of mystery. Ah, okay. Get these out of the way. Take the little labels off. That's all done. I'm going to get these out of the way. All right. Put them over here for now. Suddenly, Heavenly Door is going out. Someone is shining the lesbian signal. Well, I mean, I don't blame you. If you've got the wherewithal to do it. Okay. Armistice. What's in it? Rye whiskey. All right. Where is my rye whiskey? No, that's the backup rye whiskey, which I got because it was on such a good special. The regular used rye whiskey here. Ugh. Yep, that's the open one. Gospel Straight Rye. Okay. And try vermouth, which is over here. What else is in this? Green chartreuse and maraschino. Green chartreuse, maraschino. It's a very 70s bottle. And whiskey barrel aged bitters, which I actually friggin' have. Some Japanese bitters. Where's my whiskey barrel bitters? Whiskey bitters. All right. 45 mils. Right, green chartreuse. Motherfucker. 7 point motherfucker. Okay. Oh man, I should clean that too. Get sugar in the thread. 45 mils. Rye whiskey. Weird little glug 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 action in there. Always love that. Alright, so getting ready. Get ready, because here I come now. Do 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 do. Sorry, I like that, Hannah. Wondering what the lesbian signal looks like. Could be many things. You're right. Oh. Let's get this happening. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Let's pour some shit down. Whiskey. Try the milk. Bit of an overpour. I don't care. Green chartreuse. And maraschino. And 2 dashes of whiskey barrel bitters. All right. That's that. Oh, those are very aromatic, those bitters. I'm liking it. Probably. Oh. I think we'll do this again and again, Nora. Okay. Locked in again. There we go. There. Ooh, that tastes pretty good. Get this glass in. That looks good. And it's all right. That's done. Dunzo. Ooh, I should take a picture of it. Fuck, okay. Knock some shit over. Yep, that's pretty good. All right. Let's get this happening. All right, let's do that. All right. Ready, steady, spaghetti. G'day, cocktail lovers. This cocktail. Oh, now a noisy car's going past. Oh no, that's just the wind. Holy shit. The wind is really noisy. G'day, cocktail lovers. This Manhattan-inspired cocktail is called the Armistice. Swapped out sweet vermouth for dry and adds in a couple of liqueurs. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, this is a nice variation on a Manhattan. Let me show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, we put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of rye whiskey. Then we add 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of dry vermouth. Then 1/4 ounce, around 7.5 mils of green chartreuse, and 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of maraschino liqueur. And we're rounding that out with 2 dashes of bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then straining it into a chilled Nicanora glass and using maraschino cherries on a skewer as the garnish. It's interesting the way the sweetness in this comes from the liqueur. It's interesting the way the sweetness in this comes from liqueurs, not from sweet vermouth. It's a very interesting variation. It's worth trying. The Armistice. Cheers. Okay, it is freakishly windy outside. It's not really happening. Okay, I'm coming back over here. I'm going to do one more taste test tonight, but not on video. Just the funsies. All right. I'm going to clear a couple glasses so I don't fucking break them. This is not going to be a blind taste. Oh. All right. I might put good whiskey in here as well. You know what? I'm going to treat my... Oh, I didn't switch this shit off. I should really switch this shit off. Unnecessarily large file size. Oh, with that, we I'm friggin' done. Oh, okay. Okay, the lesbian signal is just a giant logo of Evolver. Oh yes, the city of Burundara. Their logo, good lord. Yes, it's a wonderfully anatomical logo. Friend had a pap smear, her eyebrows waxed, which leads to conversation about what would happen. Wow. So what, smear the eyeballs and wax the vag? Okay. We've got to get the city of Burundara. City in Victoria, Australia. Let's go to their website. Oh, it's even got a clitoris, honestly. Okay, sorry. It's going to be really small, but I am going to share it. The city of Burundara logo is somewhat vulva reminiscent, even has a clitoris on there. Good on you, city of Burundara. Oh, the pastry scrolls I'm always talking about. It's called Sebi's Scrolls. Mind you, I don't mind Baker's Delight. Sebi's Scrolls are immeasurably better, but you know, they're just godlike. It's on North Road? Yeah, I love that. City logo designed by a woman and presented to a man. Has anyone ever seen a thing? It's some building. It's like a convention center. And it again shaped somewhat like a vulva, and the emergency exit is in like a clitoris position. And someone took a picture of, you know, as a map of a floor plan with a sign saying fire exit here, and someone captioning the floor plan picture with, and then there was a fire and all the men burned to death because they couldn't find the clitoris. You're talking about city of Burundara? That's in Melbourne. That's one of the council areas in Melbourne. Hmm. Not bad. Not bad at all. 7.5. It's like it's a good complex cocktail, but it's not immediately going, whoa, that's my favorite. Like the friggin' old fashioned I made earlier, kicked ass. Probably going to make another one with rye whiskey a bit later. And then I'm going to drink something non alcoholic because I can't afford to get too fucked up tonight, even though it's party night. Because I've got shit on tomorrow. I've got something on at lunchtime and then date night for dinner. So I can't get too fucked up tonight because I got to get across town. So I got to leave the house by about 10:30. So you know, and I mean that's no problem. Like I don't usually sleep in that. Sometimes I do. I have to admit, sometimes I really fucking sleep in after party night. But yeah, Anna, does lower in the East Coast get the westerlies? Is that I don't know. I'm not good on the weather things. Ah, singles night at the Beans Pub. Good luck. No, I'm not going to drive because I'm going to be drinking alcohol. It's a whiskey tasting. Look, probably not drinking enough whiskey to be drunk, but I prefer to, you know, be as unlike Tim fucking Smith as possible. So it takes us about an hour to get there on public transport. So whiskey tasting at lunchtime, and then maybe an afternoon nap, and then going out for dinner and cocktails on Saturday night. Mm. No, I think this cocktail might be an 8. I'm quite liking it because my rating of an 8 is would have it again, and I think I would have this one again. Mind you, I am tempted to try it with sweet vermouth as well because I kind of like sweet things. Oh yeah, hell of a Saturday. Sunday is just going to be fucking recovery day. The pylon of party night, a whiskey tasting with lunch, and then dinner and cocktails. I may have to take it super fucking easy on Sunday. Fucking yum, fucking yum. That is really yummy. Yeah, I guess that's an 8 for me, that cocktail. It's good to know. Okay. Oh, fuck. No, no fucking alcohol on Sunday. Several days with no alcohol after. I didn't even go that hard last night. I had a little bit to drink last night. You know, so doctors would probably say, you shouldn't drink that much. Like, dude, that was fucking lightweight. Last night was lightweight. And I don't want to go too hard tonight because, like I said, and again, the whiskey tasting is not get fucking wasted. And I don't actually know how many whiskeys there's going to be. Usually there's about 4 to taste. Not exactly sure what it's going to be. So we shall see. And yeah, have a few cocktails out on Saturday night. Really nice place we're going out to. I mean, all the places on our date night rotation are good. Hey, Fallen Dreams, how you doing? I'm, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Hope things are good with you. I'm gonna look up a place that I haven't been to in ages and see if their menus online. Ah, yes, the Antique Bar. These are the good old days. Well, I like that. Okay, what's on their menu these days? Storytelling through food and drinks. Explore Antique Bar's food and drink menus. Okay. Well, I do want to know what's on their food menu now. Actually, look, instead of just reading it, I'll actually friggin' share it so you can see what I'm looking at. Wait, I picked food and the fucking cocktails came up, but that's okay. A red breast flight, that's Irish whiskey. A super split, vodka, Galliano, vanilla, orange juice, syrup, egg white. Boilermakers, I don't like Boilermakers. That's beer and whiskey. White Negroni, coconut infused gin, lemongrass Amaro, white vermouth. Jesus, that might be okay, actually. Ooh, their 5-spice smoked rum old fashioned is nice. That's one of their standard ones. A hot toddy, triple distilled whiskey, lemon, cloves, honey, hot water, served warm. Irish coffee, white chocolate passion fruit. So passion fruit, lime, grapefruit, egg white. From memory, that's good. A peated sour. Port Charlotte 10-year-old with Amaro lemon syrup. A zombie, all the rums and whatnot. Gin and rhubarb, espresso martini. Apricot mezcal margarita. So it's mezcal and apricot brandy. Cranberry, pineapple. Low or no ABV. There you go. Wine by the glass. Oh, wait. What the fuck? I swear I actually clicked on food menu and the cocktails came up. Yeah, okay. It's not my imagination. If I click on the drinks menu, does the food come up? No, okay. So their website's a bit broken and the food doesn't come up. Well, that's okay. You know, websites fucking break sometimes. I don't. Yep. Nope. Okay. No fucking food menu. Okay. What the hey? Oh yeah. No, we've been talking about the IT outage. That actually happened because I work in cybersecurity, and that happened before I finished work for the day. You want a cocktail, but you're being good. Well, you know, it's the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. I actually tried it several times, and when I clicked on food menu, it kept bringing up the drinks menu. When I clicked on drinks menu, it brought up the drinks menu. Uh, yep. Okay, I'm actually ranking that drink an 8 out of 10. It's quite nice. I would have it again. Maybe see what it's like made with sweet vermouth because I have a sweet tooth. What are we up to? 9. Okay, 9 o'clock, and I've had 2 cocktails. Okay, so I'm not hitting it too hard yet. I'm going to make one more, and then I'm going to drink non-alcoholic stuff. Okay, so I got this today. So Nick's Wine Merchants, I'm on their mailing list, and they keep going, look at this thing we've got on special. And I've been resisting them for a while, but this is a quite well-known American whiskey brand, Whistle Pig. This is a rye whiskey, and it was half price. And I thought, you know what? I have an American. I like to keep at least one American bourbon and one American rye. And I haven't had an American rye whiskey for ages, so now I do. Is this 43%? So I'm going to compare this. I'm going to do a comparative taste test with some Australian rye whiskey. It's not going to be a blind taste test because I can't be fucked. So I've got 2 from the Gospel, Melbourne Distillery. I'm going to put these back in the cupboard. The mysterious cupboard of mystery. Ooh, I'm disappearing into the mysterious cupboard of mystery. I'm back. And I'm tripping over. All right. Where's my the Gospel whiskey? It's right here. Okay. Go. Gospel. Whistle Pig. I don't think I want to do the smoked rye. From Archie Rose. Good whiskey, which is actually a blend of single malt. Smoked heritage rye. Yeah, no, I don't want to do a smoked rye because that's too different. All right. Whistle Pig. Good glug from the first one. Okay, good whiskey. The Gospel, the Vermouth cask, and the Gospel straight rye. All right. Now, I'm going to see what these different rye whiskies taste like in comparison to each other. This is a good bottle. The Whistle Pig bottle, I'm probably going to keep. It's like that, and it's thin, and it's got some embossing on it with the WP on there. So I'm probably going to keep this bottle. It's also probably going to be an extremely long time till I finish this bottle. I don't know, a year or more. I wouldn't be surprised. At least 6 months, though. Anyway, and I'm going to try it first because I've never had it. Whistle Pig Rye Whiskey. All right, let's go. Oh, that's nice. It's got a really sweet aroma, like vanilla. Like a loud car going past. Leave 67. Hello, how are you doing? Lady Gators, going out to do gay stuff. All right, I hope you have some fun time. And yeah, you might be home by the end of the stream though. Yeah. Also, Leave 67. I always, when it's actually quiet tonight, but I use a thing called StreamYard to restream to multiple platforms. Most people tend to watch me on YouTube. Some people watch me on Twitch, and occasionally someone even watches me on Facebook. Oh, yes, so much gay stuff to do. Go out and do gay stuff, Dr. Abigail. Loogie, yes, gay all the time. I'm doing fairly well. I'm about to do a comparative taste test of some rye whiskies because I just got a new bottle of rye whiskey. And I think you're new here, Leave, and I tend to make cocktails. So anyway, this is an American rye whiskey from Whistle Pig, which I got because it was on sale. Yeah, okay, it's got that familiar spiciness of rye whiskey. It's kind of one note. It's got quite a nice aroma. Taste is not bad, but it's kind of one note. Nothing wrong with it, though. All right. This time I am going to have a drink of water between tastes. Okay. Now, from Sydney's Archie Rose Good Whiskey, which is actually a mix of... Well, I mean, I feel like Americans were the ones who, if not invented, certainly popularized rye whiskies. Because, okay, whiskey is a grain spirit. It can be wheat, corn, rye, barley, any mix of those. I feel like, particularly the southern states in the US, if they didn't invent rye whiskey, they certainly popularized and perfected it. Oh, this is more chocolatey. This doesn't have as much of the spiciness that the Whistle Pig has. Ooh. But it's got this, oh man, definitely chocolatey sort of flavor. They're a richer kind of flavor than the Whistle Pig. Okay. Now, local Melbourne distillery. The Gospel, a limited edition. Now, God, these are much higher proof ones. This is 51%, 102 proof. The Whistle Pig was only 43%. Oh, now that's got so much going on. And I'm really bad at coming up with words for what it is. This one's really fruity. Apple cinnamon. Yeah, that's what this one is. Apple cinnamon. Oh. No, this is like apple pie. There's even pastry kind of smells in it. Oh, that has the rye spiciness again, but it's much fruitier than the Whistle Pig. Oof, that's some good shit right there. Okay. Drink a little bit more water. All right, now the Gospel Straight Rye Whiskey. Shit, that's 45%. Okay, that's just slightly higher proof than the Whistle Pig, which is 43%. Damn. Oh God, that smells good. That's like apple and cinnamon too. Gospel has a type. It's got the right spice. It's maybe a brighter flavor than the vermouth cask one. Ooh, really stays with you going down. Oh God, it's got almost tea-like flavor. Getting an MRI today. Will you have to reschedule? Oh wow, maybe the IT outages are gonna fuck you up. Cab drives a pure moron, can't find your place. God damn. Well, I hope it all goes well for you, Loogie. Oh yeah, whiskey friggin' warms you up, man. Gives the illusion of warming you up anyway. All right. I am gonna then turn that into a rye old fashioned. I could do another Manhattan style drink, but I'm gonna do an old fashioned because I friggin' love old fashions, man. Ugh. All right, let's get around here. Okay, I'm definitely feeling it now. Wait a second. Okay. Put a little bit of sugar syrup in here. Just a little. It's about 5 mils. I'm keen on how much is in here. What's left of all the samples I poured myself. Oh, I appear to have poured myself quite generous samples. It's already over 2 ounces, which would be standard for an old fashioned. Okay. Strong old fashioned coming up. Put some of my whiskey bitters in here as well. All right, all right, all right. Let's sit down. Oh, Jim, you're back. Did you read stuff about Evolve a Bat Signal? Oh, yeah. Dr. Abigail's doing lesbian stuff because the Volva bat signal was fired. So she's left us to go do lesbian stuff. If I stay up, she'll probably be back. So we'll see how well I do at staying up. Luke, you like the Canadian whiskies? Ah, there you go. A brand called Rich and Rare. Okay. Canadian whiskies tend to be rye whiskies, actually. You know, Canadian whiskey is not one thing, but the more popular Canadian whiskies, I think, are rye whiskies, which is, I mean, like more than 50% of the grain mix is rye. All right. Rye whiskey, old fashioned. Mm. Mmm. Okay, I put less sugar syrup than I do sometimes. That's pretty good. You do actually get maple flavored Canadian whiskies, but no, to be whiskey, it can't have additives like maple. Hey, Justin, how you doing? God, alcohol is freakishly cheap in the US, actually, just generally, because it's freakishly expensive here in Australia. Like 3/4 of the cost of alcohol in Australia is tax. And I get it, you know, alcohol is a social ill. It causes problems. I don't know, they might have taken it too far with the taxing. But yeah. Oh no, it's not an import tax, Safa. It's literally a tax on alcohol. But yes, imported stuff has some sort of excise on it. Yeah, Loogie might have been talking about import tax. Yes, the cost here is mostly just the excise on alcohol. There is some import tax on foreign goods, but in terms of alcohol in Australia, the vast majority of the cost is just the tax placed on alcohol. Jim, Canada Dry, is that ginger ale or ginger beer? Or is that a whiskey? I'm vaguely familiar with that and I can't quite place it. Yes, well, you actually literally being on the same continental landmass as Canada simplifies things a bit. And that's the thing. The other reason alcohol is expensive in Australia is when it comes from the rest of the world, it's fucking expensive to ship stuff to Australia. I don't know if they still do the things where they bottle it here, because certainly back in the 70s, uh, they used to actually ship the alcohol here in barrels, and it was bottled when it got to Australia because shipping stuff in bottles is really expensive. These days, I think stuff's actually shipped in bottles. It's not bottled in Australia. I'm not sure, but I think that's the case. I am not an expert in these things. So saying Southern Europe's having a heat wave. I think parts of the United States are as well. Man, that is actually a really interesting old fashioned I've made there. I definitely need to be drinking something non-alcoholic next, though. Holy shit, it's like 3 strong drinks in an hour and a half. It's like, yep, boy, yep, you want to stop that, boy. So I will stop, but I also am not going to rush to finish that particular drink. That could mean two things. Drink Canada Dry means drink the drink called Canada Dry, which is ginger ale, or drink all the alcohol in Canada. Drink it dry. You think the US is mixed tornadoes and hurricanes. Fun stuff. There do seem to have been a bit of a twister season in the US this year. Hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. Kind of glad I don't live in an area that gets it. Certainly, I was going to say Australia doesn't get it, but the tropics do get tropical cyclones. Not often, but occasionally, and occasionally devastating, like Christmas 1975. Cyclone Tracy fucking leveled Darwin. Oh yeah, 100 tornadoes in a day. I have been seeing some real full-on stuff in the news about twister season this year. But hell and damn, that is not a thing that I like. But then again, I don't like our bushfire season either. Parents' Place got a mini cyclone in regional Vic. Yeah, we only get little ones. But I mean, yeah, we get damaging winds. It's friggin' windy here today. Not sort of devastating, damaging, but unsettling strong winds. Freaky. Oh, did your windscreen get broken because of the high winds? That'll do it, man. Stuff's getting thrown through the air. That'll friggin' do it, man. All right, I'm going to finish that, even though I feel like I'm too inebriated. But that's okay, because I'll pace myself and not drink alcohol for an hour or so. Oh, I got a ding. What's that from? Ooh. Mrs. Angry is having an early night, so I need to not make a lot of noise. So if I'm getting too excited and being too boisterous and loud, you're got to tell me that I need to calm the fuck down because I'm being too loud. Because I don't know, the wind might wake Mrs. Angry up. It's fucking weird. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but occasionally there's really loud wind noises here. Thanks, Sophie. You don't have to tell me now because I'm on it, but I know you're on it, buddy. I know you're on it. I can trust you. Safe word is clown. Clown's not a safe word. Clown's a dangerous word. Freaking windy, man. It's like, do I want to do Simpson sound effects on the stream again? I do quite like the whole thing. Oh, you know, Pat's got to be here, even if it's just to cover up the fact that he's off killing people. I bet. Oh, Jesus Christ! Anytime it's cold here, it's like Canberra's going to be brutal. Canberra weather's so fucking harsh. Canberra winters are serious friggin' winters. Just have what's happening on the repetitive tapping game? Wants me to tap repetitively? I mean, I'll do it. It's like an ad. Blackjack. No, go away. Feels like 0 in Canberra? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. This is like, certainly for the east coast of Australia, this is like our first real winter in more than a decade, because we've had such mild winters. And this is not Arctic cold. This is just kind of what winter is meant to be. But because we haven't had a real winter in ages, it feels brutal. And we've had 3-4 weeks of cold weather in Melbourne, which used to be normal, but certainly last 5 to 10 years hasn't happened. So getting 4 weeks of really cold weather in the middle of winter is like, this is not fair. What the fuck? But it's actually, it's fucking winter, man. That's what winter is meant to be. Just freaking climate change. We've been having these really mild winters for 10 years. Oh, yeah, I heard. The IT outage has fucked up a lot of supermarkets. And you had to try and pay in cash and stuff. Yeah, well, that's the thing. To the south of Australia, there's no barrier between us and Antarctica. So if the weather pattern works in a particular way, we just get a real fucking cold blast because there's nothing blocking it. Sorry, I'm just doing a little burp there. Oof. This is like, weather in Melbourne's so weird because we get stuff coming down the east coast. Like if there's a tropical storm or something in Queensland, a residual of that comes down the east coast and hits us. But then we've got the western desert. So if the wind's in a particular direction, we're getting the heat from the western desert. Although if it's coming from Antarctica, we get a cold blast coming up there. So these 3 competing weird, fucked up weather patterns can really play havoc with weather in Melbourne. Yeah, at least the IT outage is the distraction from Trump, for fuck's sake. So, Luke, you're saying in the north of the USA, yeah, the polar vortex. Cold enough to treat you. So, yeah, we call it a polar vortex too. Yours is from the Arctic, ours is from the Antarctic. But there's literally just open ocean between us and the Antarctic. There's fucking nothing. It's wild. So we get really conflicting weather patterns. Stuff coming down from the tropics, stuff coming from the desert, and stuff coming from the Antarctic. It's friggin' weird. It's why our weather here is so weird. Just incredibly different weather patterns fighting with each other. Actually, a cruise to Antarctica doesn't sound like a bad thing. What are we saying should be made of antimatter? Been playing a lot of Spaceman, okay. Oh, the whole thing with Biden is really weird and unprecedented. And I don't think he's going to survive. I think he's going to have to step down, but who knows? Hey, Celtic, how you doing? I'm getting surges of wind outside again. So I'm just doing it like repetitive tapping on my iPhone with the silly game. Investing in spend bucks parking lot. Okay. Gotta tap a lot of times. What else have I got to do? Gotta tap on. That's gonna be 3K. Okay. 3K. I gotta tap. That's what the fuck? That's bullshit. Minus 625. That's more like it. No, don't want that. That's more like it. You know what I'm doing? I'm just tapping and saying a ridiculous shite. Yep, I want to do that. What am I up to now? Is that all? Okay. Nope, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. Okay, so what's that? 12 billion. Don't do that. 1.5 billion. Maybe do that. 750 million. Let's do that. 2 billion. 1 billion. What are we up to? I'm just looking at the 1 billion. Oh, I need 300. You know what? I'm going to fucking leave it. 1 million. I'm just looking at a thing. Okay, that. It's going to tap on that. Repetitive tapping for the win. I can't do that. You know what? I'm going to stop doing that. Fine. Oh! I thought it was 75, not 74. Jesus Christ. Time fucking flies. Tracy was 50 years ago. Hello, Earth Warrior. Oh, who fucking knows what's going to happen in America? It's fucking weird. People were asking you about Pat, and I said you would show up tonight, even if it was just to provide plausible deniability for you going on a killing spree in the Melbourne underworld, which we all know is not true. That's silly talk. That's fanciful. But I am going to just go Cyclone. Wow, it auto completed Cyclone Tracy. Yes, it was 74. So it's the 50th anniversary of Cyclone Tracy. Big fucking deal. Man, I remember hearing some documentary stuff. Crazy fucked up shit happened in Darwin around Cyclone Tracy. Justin, you reckon if in Australian politics, Harris would have already challenged Biden? She doesn't want to. She wants Biden to step down. Okay, so Safa, I feel like 38 Celsius in Volgograd is going to kill people. Surely that's too hot for people in Volgograd. Celtic, you saw VD's brother coming to the op shop where you volunteer, he's buying clothes. Oh, god damn. Oh, the world's fucked, isn't it? Honestly. Honestly. Ugh. Ooh, where are we? Okay, 9:30. I've had 3 strong cocktails in an hour and a half. So I'm more than half Tim Smith. Not fully Tim Smith, but more than half. Uh, yeah, no, challenging for leadership, not a thing in the US. But again, the system is quite different. All right, just going to move this so I don't fucking break it. Ooh, a little bit in here. Yummy. Okay, I need to drink something non-alcoholic so I don't lose consciousness. So let's see how I go. Just like ASMR with drink pouring and bubbles fizzing. Oof. Yeah, see, I don't even know if the whole thing with Biden having COVID is going to be an excuse, like that he becomes too debilitated from COVID to continue. So he goes, "Oh, I'm going to save face. I need to step down because I'm physically unwell, and let's anoint Kamala as Prez and lead her in." Who knows? Yes, we are going non-alcoholic. Probably for the next hour? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that's actually really yummy. Oh, that's good. Celtic Thieves are weird. VD's brother has a PlayStation, 100 games, but they stole clothes. Maybe they were naked thieves. They were naked and they broke in and wanted to cover their nakedness. They needed clothes. Who knows? And yes, that is the way it works if Biden kicks the bucket. VP takes over. Even if he doesn't die, if he's just incapacitated, he can say he needs to step down and the VP takes over. It's increasingly looking like that's going to happen. See, Celtic, see, you're on board with me now. The thieves were naked. That's why they stole the clothes. They just woke up, found themselves naked, and they went, "I need clothes." Oh dear. Oh, we're talking about impeachment, and yeah, definitely impeachment can be weaponized. It's impeachment's political, not legal. It's a political action with legal trappings. But yeah, if people want to corrupt the political system, they can, and they can weaponize impeachment. And it's fucked. But there's not much you can do about it. Oh dear, I'm going to rewatch the A24 Civil War movie when it's free to watch on streaming services, which I think will be soon. Just love that tagline: "All empires fall." Even in the UK, where things are kind of fucked up, it's still more solid and coherent than the US system, which is just, to the rest of the world looking at it, it's just like, that's really fucked up, man. What are you doing? Oof. So we're just, it's a whole thing. And yes, Justin, you are correct. The way impeachment works, you have to accuse the president of the crime. It was the weird thing when the Republicans voted for Clinton to be impeached. It was for lying to Congress. And it's when he said about Monica Lewinsky, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." He was just trying to do a cover up. And it's a weak as piss grounds for impeachment. But technically, they could do it because he lied to Congress saying he did not have sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. But hey, And yes, you're right, Loogie. Crimes can be made up, fabricated. Um, Trump and his supporters have made it really clear they intend to fabricate criminal accusations against Democrats. I think we're going to see some fucked up shit in the next couple of years. But who knows? I'm not prepared to say one thing or the other. The Republicans have become so sure of themselves, they've become detached from reality. And their fucking scariness and the Project 2025 or whatever the fuck it's called may actually motivate sufficient anti-Trump voters to come out and defeat him. And then the Republicans are just going to act fucking mental. Yeah, Celtic, I don't want to watch the collapse of the US from within the US. I want to watch it from it. I don't want it to happen. I've got to be real fucking clear. I don't want it to happen because it's dangerous for the rest of the world. I want things to settle down a bit in the US. I don't know if that is going to happen. I don't know if things are going to settle down in the US. I really want them to, though. Loogie, scouts have an effect given the exact branch power of the. Oh, SCOTUS. Yes, no, the Supreme Court. Yeah, it's real fucking weird. No. Safa, the Lincoln Project is actually some Republicans who have decided that the weird right-wing fringe of the Republican Party is bad, and they need them to drag them back to a more sensible position. The Lincoln Project is actually Republicans who want the Republicans to act more sane. Project 2025 is fascism. Honey, you're back. Great to see you, man. Feel like I haven't seen you for a little while. So yes, the Lincoln Project is Republican moderates. Project 2025 is fascism. It's there's no other way to put it. It's just fucking fascism. Treating the US president as if they are emperor. Oh, you got sick and then you were just a morning person. Dude, that's fine. If you've been sick, you need to look after yourself. No judgment, man. You don't have to be here. If you've been sick, I hope you looked after yourself. And it sounds like you did. You were sick for 2 weeks, so you didn't join. Absolutely the right thing to do. Oh yeah, Justin. The idea that any Republicans saying they're the party of Lincoln is ridiculous. It all changed. So you had, yeah, it sounds like if you were sick for 2 weeks, it was proper flu though. Like really often when people have a cold, they go, oh, I've got the flu. It's like, no, the flu, as in influenza, is so much worse than a cold. If you've been knocked about for 2 weeks, it sounds like you actually had the flu, influenza. So if you've been looking after yourself, that's good. And I'm glad you've been looking after yourself because holy shit, what do I have? And I keep bringing this up. Like about 5 or 6 years ago, I had swine flu was going around. Some fucker at VidCon gave it to me. But I was only fucked up for a couple of days, like as in shooting it out both ends, throwing up and shitting. That lasted for a couple of days. And then I was just weak for a couple of days after that. But that's fucked. If only the Australian Liberals moderates had a fraction of the spine of the Liberal project. Oh yeah, friggin' the moderates in the Liberal Party are weak as piss. Jim, what's that? I think I'm missing a reference. Chanson d'amour. I feel like I'm missing a reference there, Jim. I need to spend a bit of time being a morning person. That's okay. It's good to see you, man. And if you can't hang around long, if you have to freaking go to bed, I understand. Kelsey, you've been talking to local Mormon missionaries. So when you ever met, sat with you, told you how they created Meta AI, doing for the oh god, yep, okay, you've been talking to a crazy person. Oh, good to be back. Good to have you back, Heine. Hope you well. I am our whole project of shooting documentary footage being put on hold for a little while. I'm going to a distillery tomorrow for a tasting, and I'm going to talk to them about shooting a video. So I might have stuff to talk to you. Okay, so you're going to decide in 15 minutes if you're staying up. Oh, if you get up at 6, that's pretty fucking early. Whatever works for you, man. If you want to hang and chill and chat and stuff, that's good. If you have to go and sleep, that's also good. But like I said, tomorrow I am actually visiting a whiskey distillery and I'm going to talk to them about our videos. So if they're on board with it, I might have something to discuss with you and Greg. I love that, Celtic. You're talking to a Mormon missionary and you go, oh, please don't be another VD. Yeah. Hey, Micro, how you doing? Oh no, it's party night, man. I might be here for hours yet. Who knows? Justin, the Liberal was almost a deception Liberal Party. Well, I think Menzies, because Menzies formed the Liberal Party. I think his ideas got really badly twisted by John Howard in particular. Like, I think there's quotes of Menzies saying the Liberal Party is not a conservative party. But anyway. FW, you surprised when Zimmerman was crowned New South Wales Lib's godfather? Thought Mallard would have been more suited. He's in New South Wales Parliament, not federal. See, I don't even know those friggin' people. FW. Stuff you're saying it's 28 Celsius in London. They can't cope with that. That's a heat wave to them. No, that's why we call him VD, because it sounds like venereal disease. He called himself Video Dude, and he never liked us calling him VD, which is why we do it. Micro, party night, vodka soaked tampons. Got to be boofing the stuff, shelving it. Americans say boofing when they're sticking stuff up their butt. Australians say shelving when they're sticking stuff up their butt. Yeah, Justin, I agree. The Liberal Party is a conservative party, but it's very interesting to read some of Menzies' stuff. Menzies thought the Labour Party had been subverted by communism, and Menzies was very anti-communist. And by anti-communist, he meant anti-Soviet. And fuck, I'm anti-Soviet, honestly. Ugh. God damn. So I'm just drinking the mineral water, just thinking, God damn, I think the alcohol from the first hour and a half is still catching up with me. But I'm just gonna casually drink the mineral water and see if I sober up at all. Micro, I agree. 28 Celsius is not particularly hot. It's slightly warmer than my perfect temperature. My perfect temperature is about 25 Celsius. I love mid-20s. But in England, they're just not fucking made to cope with over 25 Celsius. Yeah, again, mid-20th century talking about liberal is different to how we talk about liberal now. You're right, Earth. 28 is warm, slightly warmer than I like it. But yeah, in England, they're just not built for it. See, okay, Kelsey, I'm not a communist because communism is always subverted by totalitarians, same as capitalism is subverted by uh, authoritarians. If you read Adam Smith's writings about capitalism, if his stuff was actually followed, I'd be okay with capitalism. But it's become about exploitation. Justin, I don't know. I'd have to read a bit more about Menzies, but of course, Menzies wouldn't understand the modern world. Menzies was a mid 20th century guy, and the world now is so different to that. Jim, that would be the other 50-year anniversary. Bill and Boyd, Santa. We had that on vinyl in my home. 7-inch single. Santa never made it into Darwin. Disaster struck at dawn on Christmas Day. Santa never made it into Darwin. The big wind came and blew the town away. Anyway, Jim, we must be the same fucking vintage, is all I'm saying. Did Menzies support Hitler? That sounds like something Menzies would do. I don't know. Because Menzies was just so avowedly anti-communist, he'd probably identify with anyone else who said they were anti-communist. Micah, you reckon 21 to 25 Celsius, golden comfort zone, low humidity? Yeah, sounds like we're on the same page, man. That's freaking perfect for me. Mid-20s, low humidity, maybe a breeze. Fucking cool. But shit, it's, oh my God. Fucking, it's weird. It's actual winter weather, which is normal, but it's been going on for so long. What are they saying for the next week? Okay. Jesus Christ, the maximum tomorrow is only meant to be 12, and it's probably going to be rainy. Fuck, and I'm going out and about, so who the fuck knows what's going to... 3 to 10 millimeters, 8 to 12 Celsius. Jesus fuck, that's fucked. Sunday, up to 15, 0 to 5 millimeters. Monday, 16, 0 to 5 millimeters. Tuesday, 16, no rain. Wednesday, 17, 0 to 1 millimeters. Thursday, 15, 1 to 10 millimeters. Friday, 15, 0 to 0. Jesus Christ. This fucking fucked up weather keeps happening. Looking at the... holy shit! Look at... Okay, that's why... Okay. Look at this. This is fucking rain radar. That's fucked, man. That's why it's all fucked out there. God damn. We got a flood watch, flood warning, sheep graziers warning, marine wind warning. Fuck me. You don't get notifications from Discord. Yeah, you should just check it every now and then. Loogie, you ran out of coffee. That must have been harsh. Got to go and get some caffeine. Earth W. Menzies lobbied against one of trade packs. I'm going to defer to you, man. I haven't looked into it that much. Micro, you're going to name names. Person who would benefit from seeing a therapist, staying off the internet. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Justin, I am very concerned about Trump, yes. Micro, think we should stop reading conspiracy theories? Maybe. I have to admit, like, it's not widespread, but some people who consider themselves progressive or left wanted to talk about the shooting at Trump being staged and whatnot. And I was like, don't say that. You sound like a fucking idiot. You definitely sound like an idiot if you want to turn the whole Trump shooting thing into a conspiracy. So yeah, my advice is definitely don't do it. Don't get into conspiracy shit. Safra, it might be a bit late to get a donut, man. That's all I'm saying. Oof, I'm just trying to behave. I did have my dinner. I actually did have an ice cream after dinner as well. So I don't behave very well. Saying Kevin Rudd's at the JP convention. That's interesting because is he still the ambassador to the US? I don't even remember. I'm not a particular Rudd fan. I was at one point, but I'm not really anymore. Earth W. Tried a local cafe. Oh, okay. So you found a good local cafe. That's nice. I also found one last weekend, which was nice. Micah, I basically agree with you. People of any political suasion trying to fucking come up with conspiracies. God damn it. What flavor ice cream? It was just like one from the supermarket. You know, it was on a stick and chocolate coated, and it was nice. I don't mind cookies and cream, actually. When I was in the supermarket, there's a cookies and cream that was half price. I always got that. Sorry. Ugh. But yeah, I've actually got a few ice cream alternatives in the Christmas. Technically not a choc top, but you know the ones you get. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can get in the supermarket box of them, and it's like ice cream with choc coating and various flavors. I don't even fucking magnums and that sort of shit. Suggestion. Okay, Rudd is still our ambassador. Okay. Trying to develop relations with potential figures in a second Trump White House. That is actually his job, to maintain relations with the US no matter who's president. Ugh. Oh, God. It's weird. In fact, the microphone's probably not picking it up, but I'm just hearing weird, fucking intense wind outside. Oh, Michael, there's a conspiracy you actually enjoy. Companies raising prices, lying to our face. Oh, yeah. No, no. Big corporations are definitely artificially inflating their prices and just going, ooh, inflation. They're fucking pricks. They're fucking pricks. I don't think anyone would put Morrison in a Foreign Office role because I think even in the Liberal Party, they friggin' hate Morrison. Oh, okay, that's magnanimous, FW. Joe Hockey, terrible government minister, but excellent ambassador. You are being extremely magnanimous there, my friend. Justin, you reckon? Oh, yeah. Oh, Christ. Could you imagine being ambassador to the US in a second Trump administration? What a fucking nightmare. Trying to maintain relations with people that you think are fucking psychopaths. Jesus. He's saying stuff. What does the M word mean? I'm very magnanimous? What I was saying? Okay. Magnanimous means being sort of generous and forgiving and saying, yeah, you know what, you're okay, when maybe they're not okay. So apologies, my friend, for using unnecessarily big words, but magnanimous broadly means being generous and forgiving to someone who maybe doesn't deserve you to be generous and forgiving to them. I'm always using big words because I'm a wanker. Sorry, I just had the old Tism song pop into my head, Yob or Wanker. You a yob or you're a wanker. Take your fucking choice. Who is your favorite genius? James Hurd or James Joy? I have a real soft spot for Tism. You could find a lot of shortcomings with them. I have a really broad vocabulary, Safa. Wait, does Micro want to join? Maybe it's uncommonly used words. I suppose the average person doesn't use a magnanimous in everyday conversation. Oh, Kim Beasley. Is that how you say Kim Beasley? Throws in a big word? Everyone talks about the word, not the issue. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't spot you saying you want to join. You just got up, got to take a mean piss. I actually have the vinyl Tism's Great Trucking Songs of the Renaissance. I definitely have a soft spot for Tism. A whole bunch of their songs. Wasn't the song "He'll Never Be an Old Man River"? I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug. Killed River Phoenix. Oh, I'm so juvenile. I think I only saw Tism live once, and it was a really good show. And I think it might have been around the time they released Saturday Night Palsy as a single. I've told this story before, how this show went. There was a support act. I don't even remember who the support act, but Tism left and they do performance art. So they deliberately left way too long a gap between the support act and when they come on. So the audience, and I mean like more than half an hour gap between when the support act played and when they came on. So the audience was getting really worked up. And then they finally came out and they did one poem, not a song, they did a poem. And then they all went off again. And the audience is like, what the fuck? And then they just, after a few minutes, they burst back on stage. I don't even remember what song. It might have been Saturday Night Palsy, but they burst back on with a big hit, and then they're doing all the stuff, and they're doing all the songs. And there was a really funny thing. One of the guys on the stage this is back in the days of vinyl, and he had like a 7-inch vinyl in a picture sleeve of Saturday Night Palsy, and he'd hold it up like he's going to throw it out to the audience. It's like, do you want it? Do you want it? Who wants it? And everyone would go, yeah, throw it out. And then he would snap the record very clearly, snap the vinyl in half, and then throw it out. It's this weird audience alienation performance art, which I appreciated. SW stopped at a red light. There's some Homeboy song started. Turn the volume up. Notice the car next to us full of wankers. This whole thing. Micro, you messaged the lady from last stream. Said she had to go to work. Ain't heard from her since. Okay, see, I feel like I don't even know what's happening. Typical. Did she die? I feel like I don't even know what's happening there, Micro. But that's normal, man. I don't know what's happening. I'm not together. I'm old and easily confused. Oh, I'm just slowly drinking some mineral water, and I may be sober up again. Now thinking like I might go out and get some eggnog. I don't know. I've got some really fucking yummy eggnog in the fridge, and feel like I've been aging it for a couple of months. I think it's at least 2 months old now. Again, so okay, next time I make eggnog, I will use the label maker to put a date on the eggnog so I remember how long it is. I know the one I'm planning to age for 12 months, I made before Christmas. So if we get to December, it's basically been aged 12 months. But there's another one for my day-to-day drinking, which I think is now probably 2 months old. And last time I tasted it, which was a week or so ago, was real fucking yummy. Okay, see, dude, I fucking feel like I missed that. There's a girl on the last stream, she's saying you're funny for a white guy. Might be paraphrasing. Dude, I feel like I fucking missed that. Justin, what advice would you have right over Biden? I feel like Biden dipping out is almost inevitable. There's a weird amount of pressure on that. It's unprecedented, but who knows? Marco, a label that says cock, I put up a special time where the missus. I don't know. How's he going to do it? It's, like I said, on Dr. Abigail's advice, I did do a label that said this is a label maker. I did want to put a label on the pigeon earlier that said it was a pigeon, but who knows? FW, take Rudd at least an hour to get the point. Biden fall asleep. I'm not a Rudd fan. I think Rudd is an egocentric prick. If you said the username, you'd remember. Because I like... Oh, we're talking about Tracy? Was this Tracy? Did you have some flirt action happening with Tracy? Because Tracy's like an old school YouTube pal who's apparently coming to Melbourne later this year, so that'll be fun. I fucking love hanging out with YouTube pals. Is Biden better than Rudd? No. Look, Rudd had so much potential. I was a real cheerleader for Rudd. But I don't know, he did this weird shit where he's a workaholic and he didn't sleep and he was grumpy and he abused people and no one could work with him. And so he was ultimately very disappointing. Biden's just some bullshit old school Democrat Party demagogue. Yes, Trace. Yes. Okay, I got it. Tracy. She's going to Australia for motorcycle stuff. Okay. Dude, I fucking missed you flirting with Trace. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, no, we're talking about Tracy. I'm like super keen just because I love meeting old school YouTube pals. And Tracy's coming to Australia for motorcycle stuff. She's coming to Melbourne for motorcycle stuff. So I am committed to like taking her out and showing some of Melbourne town. FW, Rudd abused people when he read the Queensland Premier's office for Wayne Goss. Yeah, no, Rudd was just fucking abusive. And the thing I come back to, the thing I always remember is from very early in his prime ministership, his staff saying, yeah, he doesn't sleep and it makes him grumpy. He's a workaholic. And I thought, that's a warning sign. And it's like, yeah, it just turned out Rudd's really abusive. Rudd wasn't really a drinker. He was like a Catholic good boy, but he did spin that story about getting drunk and going to a strip club in New York. Yeah. Micro, you weren't flirting? She being here? She wanted to chat? Yeah, okay, we get super busy. No, Tracy's cool. And again, I was being a bit, me being a dick saying you were being flirty when I had no context for it. I didn't know you were even sort of chatting in the discourse with Trace. But yes, Tracy's coming to Melbourne later in the year for a motorcycle thing. I did, I think, commit myself to showing her around Melbourne town, maybe taking her out to a couple of bars one night. But if she's doing things like sorry, fuck, sorry, that's funny. She's Asian with glasses. If she thinks you're getting away, she's wrong. You go, boy. You go. My brother. Oh, dear. Did Loogie tell you to keep it in your pants? See, I fucking missed this, man. I didn't see this at all. So I don't know how much I was drinking that night. I don't think I was drinking that much, but I fucking missed it, is all I'm saying. But, it happens. So I'm going to drink a bit more non-alcohol. I feel like I'm being good. Okay, I feel like most of the last hour I've just been drinking mineral water and trying to sober up because in the first, what are we? First hour and a half. And Micro, I agree. This is like a virtual bar. Yeah, I do agree with that in terms of interacting and whatnot. So I feel like I'm going to finish that. I'm going to need to take a piss. Oh, wow. Actually, VR or augmented reality, where we could set it up so it's like a chat room, is like a bar. That'd be fucking cool. I'd be into that. I would definitely be into that. Oh, dear. All having a drink in real life with virtual friends? Fuck yeah. I would definitely be into that. Oh, man. Okay, so I feel like I had a lot to drink in the first hour and a half in that I haven't drunk alcohol for, I don't know, 40, 45 minutes or more, but I still feel inebriated, which probably speaks to the strength of the drinks I had in the first 90 minutes. Honey, we've got a use case for Vision Pro. I mean, maybe. I honestly think there's a really strong potential in the future for augmented reality. I think when you look at Meta and the shit that Zuckerberg's saying is all fucking horse shit, but I think there is a strong potential future for augmented reality. But who knows? Oh, okay. I'm gonna finish this mineral water, and then I fucking super have to take a piss, really quick. And oof, God, even with I don't know 45 minutes of drinking mineral water, I still feel somewhat Tim Smithed at the moment. So that's all empty. So I'll maybe go get another one. In fact, okay, I feel like I have a plan. I'm going to get more ice for my non-alcoholic drinking glass. I might even pour myself an eggnog because I have a fuckload of eggnog in the fridge, and fuckload translates as several liters of eggnog in the fridge. I love that, Michael. You want an idiot version, non-idiot version of Vision Pro, not made by Apple. Well, it's kind of like there's Google Glass, there's Vision Pro. Hey, hello. Sorry. Because you're joining on Twitch. I always tell folk who join on Twitch, I use a service called StreamYard to multi-stream to different things. So most people actually watch me on YouTube, but some people do watch me on Twitch. Occasionally, some people even watch me on Facebook. But that's the whole thing. Oh God, I can hear an angry pigeon. I legit can. If I open the door, will the pigeon come in? She is. The pigeon is just outside. Look, fucking hell, man. Look. I'm not fucking shitting you. There's a pigeon just outside my door, making angry noises. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but she's making angry fucking noises. I just wanted to throw that out there, that there's a pigeon outside my door. Okay, I'm going to put this back and shut the door. Fuck you, pigeon. Stay out there. I just had to share. You heard the coo. Yeah. I just had to share because I could hear her. She was just outside the door. So I had to share that. No, there's a fucking pigeon hassling me just outside the door. Which means, okay, Mrs. Angry went to bed like half an hour ago. That means a young Mrs. Angry's lad is still up because he would have taken the pigeon into the room otherwise. Good for you, Heine. Love sex clubs. Why not? Oh, Jim, nice wordplay. It's a coup. I don't know. She doesn't seem sleepy, Safa. She seems very awake and aggressive. She's making threatening pigeon noises at me. Okay. All right. So I've got okay. I feel like I need to go get some ice for my non-alcoholic drink. And I kinda wanna get some eggnog. Also need to take a piss. What could you buy there for $1,000 over the Apple Coast? Who knows? You can buy a lot of stuff for $1,000. I might shall we put AIDSy on again? I'll take it back to the start. Because you've got about 3/4 of the way through the AIDSy video. PS5 with controllers is, I don't know, about 5. Actually, how much is a PS5? I don't even know how much a PS5 is. I'll tell you how much. Oh God. PS5. Okay, about 700, between $650 and $750, depending where you get it from. So you get a few games if you're going up to 1,000. Okay, I definitely need to piss now. So I'm going to put AIDSy on. KO. I look like I watch too much TV shows. Dude, I feel like I don't watch enough TV shows. Okay, dude, okay, you're a rando trying to upset me. Call me an alcoholic. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just giving you ammunition, man. Just you sound like a rando trying to upset me. I'm not easily upset. Just call me an alcoholic. Look at all the booze there. Sorry, man. I just feel like doing that. 500, that sounds right with the exchange rate. 500 US, 750 Australian. Oh, yeah. Fucking, dude, we're the middle of nowhere. Everything costs a fucking lot here. KO, okay, I do generally like The Boys, but I have to admit, with the latest season, um, I kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, that's a new factor. You hope I go sober. You're a very sweet individual. I want to kiss you because you're so sweet. Yeah, you and every medical authority would say I should drink less than I do. But it's just a thing. It's friggin' I'm into collecting stuff. At the moment, it's booze that I collect. I don't have a PS5, Jim. I have a PS4. Sorry, Marco, what did I miss? Where are we getting free money? I like free money. Anyway, I need to go out for a bit because I really need to piss and maybe chase that angry pigeon away from my door. And I might get some and I need to get more ice for my non-alcoholic glass and maybe a different flavor of the mineral water. Oh, dude, no spoilers. Okay, where's the thing? No, PS5 is fucking expensive. I had a PS2 and then I didn't buy one for ages. When I bought a PS4, it had already been out for a couple of years. So it's a long time since I've been like fucking buy the latest cutting edge thing. All right, so I'm going to put AIDSy on again. And disappear for a couple of minutes. Oh, look at that. What the fuck? Oh my god, did it finish? Okay. Sorry, I'm back. I heard it just as I was approaching. I didn't think I was gone for that long. Jesus. Okay. Oh god, look at all the weird things it's recommending. Let's just stop sharing. We're back. Oof. Finished just before I got back. I heard it just as I was approaching. Um, okay, what was funny to me is I went out. I have no idea I took that fucking long to come back. Um, um, the pigeon wasn't there, and I thought Mrs. Anguslade had maybe gone to bed and put the pigeon back in its little nest thing. I went out. He's still up in the lounge room gaming, and the pigeon's sitting on his head. So I told him that no, everyone's like watching, and I showed everyone the pigeon and the whole thing, and he found that very humorous. So it's all good. And I did get some eggnog while I was out, which I don't know how long I'm going to last, but we'll give it a go. Oh, that's fucking weird. Just takes like a really rich, thick chocolate milkshake. It doesn't taste like booze. A normal human who doesn't drink as much as me would maybe go. See. Oh, the pigeon's name is Kipsy, and I'm not altogether sure where that comes from, but he calls it Kipsy. So that's all. He might even be watching the stream at the moment, because when I told him, I think he tuned into the stream. He's going, "Oh, there's a few people watching." Mm. Oh my god, that's so fucking yummy, that eggnog, quite honestly. Micro, I love random questions. My favorite questions are random questions. I love it when we completely change what we're talking about. We'll be going down a particular thing and just go completely wild. Oh, yes. Don't I know it? Jim, Bert, as in Ernie and Bert from Sesame Street, has a song like Doing the Pigeons. Are the Wildcat Brothers Australian? I'm not familiar with them. They had a show called Zaboomafoo. I am not familiar with it. And yes, Safa, you are definitely the master of random questions. Wildcat Brothers. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of searching, see if I can find it. We go Wild Cat. Okay, that was a TV show. There was a TV show called Wildcat. Okay, Wildcat, Australian children's television series. Screened on Network 10 in 2001. Story of a 15-year-old Katrina, her 11-year-old brother Jamie, who sent to live with their mother at Perth Zoo. Cat discovers she can mind meld with a tiger. Is that what you're thinking of, or is that a completely different thing, Micro? You watched this, John? Does that sound like the show you're talking about? Kids and the Zoo? Because I have to admit, it doesn't sound at all familiar to me. But I feel like that's what you're talking about. Is that what you're talking about? Google Zaboomafoo. I will. Okay. Zaboom. Oh no, okay. It's an animated series. That auto-completed. Zaboomafu. Okay, what does it tell us about this? Live action animated children's television stories aired on PBS. So that's in the US from 1999 to 2001. Creation of the Kraft brothers. Talking Lemur. Lima? Why did I say Lemur? Lima. Jesus. Chris and Martin Kratt. So yeah, okay. That was a song. That was a show. Zaboomafu. I am absolutely unfamiliar with that. I do not know that. 99 to 2001. Okay. Wild animals that shared facts and showed animals. There you go. I'm absolutely unfamiliar with that show. I don't know it at all. Mm. Oh my god. Fucking aged eggnog. Fucking awesome. Might even take a whole bottle of that into my work. Next Friday, a week from today, we're doing a Christmas in July party because our Christmas party was such a fucking success. We're doing it in July. And I did actually take some boozy eggnog in at Christmas and everyone liked it. So I might take in some of my aged eggnog next Friday to team could share it among my team. Would just be a little. No one's going to get drunk. It would just be a little bit each, but it's friggin' tasty. Yeah, Michael, you got to make sure they're Aussie because I'm absolutely unfamiliar with it. So, Heine, before you forget, general vibe, Trump can't really lose. Who fucking knows, man? I find it impossible to predict. The Republicans certainly think Trump can't lose, which might be their downfall. Who knows? I got no friggin' idea, man. It's too weird and fucked up and strange. I'm not even going to try to predict anything that's going to happen in the next 6 months. So fucking whatever. Just literally, I am throwing my hands up and saying, who the fuck knows? But I don't know. The reason, like Trump lost his second run is because people voted against him. It's not that people voted for Biden, they were voting against Trump. And it might happen again. Who knows? Okay. If Trump gets in, it will be because of white men, the overwhelming majority of white men voting for him. If Trump doesn't get in, it'll be because of the number of women voting against him. So who friggin' knows? And yeah, that's why people here talk about Christmas in July. Justin, you're right, because Christmas in the Northern Hemisphere was a solstice festival. And it's a cold weather thing. So that's why people talk about Christmas in July here. And like I said, my work, we are doing that next Friday. So I may actually take some of my boozy eggnog into work on Friday and say, no one tell anyone that we're drinking booze at work. Ooh, Micro, you've done some research. You're back with findings. My friend, I love that you went out there and did some research and you've come back with findings. That's what we're fucking all about. Findings and research. And also with the left field facts, Saf saying there are places in West Africa that have hit 46 Celsius. That shit's just going to keep happening. Okay, Sumaku saying, maybe Kid U was racist for white guys in khaki shorts and went Australians. Were they actually Americans? They're definitely fucking not Australians. You know the thing. Loogie, Feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Pretty good job managing money, ran out of food. Yeah, dude, fucking take the win, man. Take the positives where you see them. Uh, I'm not sure if this will sound weird or alien to you, Micro and Loogie in the US, but we have these things where for a whole sector there will be negotiations with a union. And it's like, and we come up with an award, which is like people need to be paid this much. Now I'm working for the public sector, which means working for the government. What Donald Trump would call the deep state. Uh, and our union just negotiated a thing with the government, and it took a while. It took longer than it should have, but they got a negotiation. Then everyone voted on it, and like 95% of union members said, "Yep, let's do that." And it's got to go through all these bureaucratic things. Um, but when it goes through, I get a bonus and some retroactive pay rises. I don't know. I'm going to get somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 as a bonus, which is fucking good. Might take a month or two for me to get it still, but I'm pretty good. Jim, you think one Christmas is bad enough? I mean, honestly, I don't completely disagree with you. Using it as a party. You're going to share a link in Discord. What were kids in the US watching in? Oh, yes. That'd be cool. Do you call that Department of Labor? So, the whole thing with the CFMEU is complex. Like, definitely people in leadership roles were corrupt as fuck and taking money and stuff. But you get these weird stuff where fucking mainstream stooges are going to fuck over rank and file members of the CFMEU. It's a complicated issue, is what I'm going to say. Is Setker a fucking shithead? I mean, possibly. Who knows? Oh, man. A fucking eggnog is fucking awesome. What are you up to? Oh, 10:30. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last, but I got another flavor of my mineral water. This one's raspberry and blueberry. Don't even know why I'm fucking buying this. I'm not fucking sponsored. Sponsor me, you a-holes. All I want out of life is free shit, basically. Mike, are you watching YouTube videos? One was about cruise ships, one broke down. Oh my God. There are some fucked up videos about cruise ships on YouTube, honestly. Justin, no such thing as voting to unionize Australia. Workplaces unionized. I'm a member. I'm in the fucking union. Micro, you're in the ocean, just shit in the ocean. Okay. One of the trippiest bits of video I've ever seen from cruise ships is a cruise ship that was in a really severe storm, and it was the surveillance cameras. And the surveillance cameras are fixed into the roof, so the room always looks the same. Like when the boat is pitching and turning, the video camera doesn't appear to show pitching and turning because it's fixed, but all the furniture and stuff and humans start sliding across the room. The room appears stable, and it's like, for no apparent reason, furniture and people are sliding from one side of the room to the other. It's fucking weird, quite honestly. FWCW's hard. Bad union you're a member of. CW in bed with Australia Post. Certainly, there's also a union that supposedly represents retail workers in supermarkets that was shit. And so some rank and file people set up a competing union. I don't know. The world is complex and capitalism is fucked, and abuse of power seems to be rewarded at multiple levels. But I am in the public sector union because I'm working in the public sector, and I am very pro union. Do union bosses exploit their position and do corrupt, fucked up shit? Yeah, it definitely happens. Are they as bad as the business sector leaders? No, no fucking way. They're fucking evil. Oh, sorry. Just gotta fucking clear my chest there. Mmm. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Sorry, I'm just being a fucking weirdo at the moment because I have drunk enough alcohol to be a fucking weirdo. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of doing? And I'm going to do a label for this. So that cheap whiskey I had, which if you've been here for the whole stream, you would have seen me do the taste test, which I'm not a fan of. But I think, I think it will taste better if I put it in the barrel for a while. But I think I'll put it in the barrel with some other whiskeys, do a blend, and age it for a few months and see what it's like. I will see. So what are you saying, Justin? In the US, workers have to vote to unionize, then find a union to represent them, the unions to negotiate. Yeah, I definitely prefer industrial relations in Australia compared to industrial relations in the US. The Roger is saying CWU is the Communication Workers Union. Okay. Just saying in the US, employers can delay signing a contract. Ugh. Industrial relations in the US are fucked. And it just goes back to the number of times employers have essentially recruited either a private army or the literal actual army to fucking murder unionists and their families. Mike is saying, if we want to become a type 1 civilization while wasting time in space, haven't even conquered our own planet. Dude, I don't fucking know, honestly. Now, that's an interesting point. We don't know shit about the oceans. That's been proved to us repeatedly. We don't know shit about the oceans. Okay, EarthW, that sounds like a weirdly broad union. Communications, electrical, and plumbers union. Damn. Just drinking a little bit of that non-alcoholic beverages. I feel like we're on the same page, Earth W. I would definitely acknowledge there have been bad unions, but I am emphatically pro-union, and I am a union member. I'd see Keating as a fucking neoliberal. Keating and Hawke were neoliberals, and okay, better than Howard and the rest of them in the Liberal Party. But Jesus Christ, that's a low fucking bar, honestly. Micro, it is legit fair to say I've been wrong about a lot. That is an absolutely fair position to take. and make your own judgments and your own estimations. If you ask me where I stand on something or what my opinion is, I'm definitely going to say it. Just as saying Costco allow their employees to unionize. Also, I've heard Sam's Club is a pretty good thing, and they're a big chain thing like Costco, but Walmart is shit and fucked and evil. Oh, is that not at me? I still think it was a fair thing to say about me. You think Space Force is a good idea? I don't know. I forget what union Shorten was in, but he was definitely in a union before he was an ALP member. But I forget which union it was. Like he was there when those guys got fucking buried in the mine in Tasmania. But who fucking knows? Marco, you think we need an ocean force? It's the Navy, yeah. But I don't know, I feel like the Navy's only the surface of the ocean, not the depth. FW had a lefty union rep who ranted against capitalists, but he was a landlord. Oh, yeah, if Aidsy was still here, he would tell you about left-wing union people and how they fuck over people they employ, because he got fucked over. The aliens exist. Okay, I mean, that's always a fun thing to explore. Is the universe likely to support other intelligent species, at least as intelligent? I mean, probably, honestly. Have humans ever encountered them? No. I don't believe anyone who talks about UFOs or alien encounters. But there's a whole spectrum of reasons why we haven't encountered an alien species, not least that maybe the laws of physics as we understand them are immutable and you can't travel faster than light. And that means people aren't going to spread very quickly. Like it would literally take a civilization like ours millions of years to spread to other galaxies. So, yeah. Micro, you have a guy who can't move, can't control computers, his mind, can't get safe. Ah, yeah. Well, there's a lot of pressure at the bottom of the ocean. Luke, it's not mathematically impossible for aliens. I get what you're saying. I personally believe when you consider the size of the universe and the number of stars and planets and whatever exist, is it likely that there is intelligent life somewhere in the universe? I think so. I think almost certainly. But impossible is going slightly too far. Because even if you say there's only a 1% chance that there is no other intelligent life in the universe, that might happen. 1% chances happen. Ah, yes, Earth W, the documentary films, Men in Black, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3. Definitely factual documentary films. I get where you're coming from. So, yeah, so my position is, do I think intelligent life exists somewhere in the universe? Probably. Do I also think that everyone who says they've encountered aliens or UFOs is full of shit? Yes, I do. I legit think no one on Earth has had contact with alien life. They haven't. Uh, Micro, it is actually possible that we are the first species to advance as far as we have. It's definitely possible. When you look at people who know their shit and talk about the universe and the age of the universe and whatnot, it is absolutely possible we're the most advanced species in the universe. We want to lift doggos to our level? Yeah, I mean, maybe. Like, you also like the one, our life is so advanced. I actually, that's one I kind of adhere to. Why have we not encountered aliens? Because aliens have remote scanned Earth and gone, fuck them. They're insane and dangerous. And there's the equivalent of police tape around our solar system saying weird, fucked up entities do not enter. FW met a alien. I bet that was interesting. Justin, you're right. There are some very interesting theories on whether Mars was inhabitable at one point. Micro, in your mind, in order to get so advanced across solar systems, it would involve past. Well, yeah, and that's one of the really complex theories about. It's like, in order for societies not to destroy themselves, they have to emotionally and psychologically advance to the point where they don't want to conquer people. Um, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And Loogie, I do kind of adhere to the idea that we are the eldritch horrors for other alien species, and they want nothing to do with us because they look at us and go, man, there are some fucked up monkeys on that planet. They're real fucking weird and fucked up. I would not blame intelligent alien species for looking at us and going, I don't want to have a goddamn thing to do with them. Look at them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. What the fuck is going on down there? That is some fucked up shit. It's like they're monkeys with anxiety. What the fuck is going on? Earth W posed a question to your biology teacher. What if planets beyond Earth slowly evolve to support life as they draw closer to the sun? Yeah, I mean, like Mars is definitely not habitable now. But there are various tiny bits of evidence that say maybe it was different in the past. Who knows? Sorry, big fucking yawn. Oh, there we go. Micro, I like the idea where the alien species, for whatever reason, we don't remember it. And again, there's some pretty solid theories, people theorizing where um, Earth was actually populated by alien intelligences. It was like, yep, and we don't remember it. Maybe. Who fucking knows? The infinite is a bizarrely complex thing that is somewhat beyond our understanding. I've also read that, Justin, that Earth is in the first 10% of planets, so we are maybe the oldest and most advanced. I've read that as well. Heine, need things like sun and moon. Yeah, who the fuck knows, man? The various complex things required to make intelligence develop. What is our version of Pan's? Oh, I think I've read that one. Earth, you never said they're evolving. So what if question following these lessons of planets closing on sun? Okay, I'm not sure I understand that one, honestly. I need to think in something as vast as our universe. When you say something is 1,000,000 to 1 chance, you think you're saying billion to 1 chance is infinitesimal. But in our universe, 1,000,000 to 1 chances will have happened billions of times. Michael, you believe any god could be a life form with science and technology we did not understand? Technically possible, some super life form created us. Look, there is the old sci-fi quote of any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. We could be a super advanced life form's fucking lab experiment. We could be the equivalent of a fucking test tube to some super advanced species. We absolutely could be. We live in a vast and unknowable universe with mysteries that we can fucking do. Oh, look, you think that was an H.G. Wells quote? H.G. Wells was a fun person. I've read quite a few of his novels. But H.G. Wells, besides being a pretty good writer and having some good science fiction and speculative fiction, he was a Fabian socialist. Also into orgies and fucking. And honestly, I kind of like a guy who's into the idea of really complex, imaginative ideas and also wants to have lots of sex and do drugs. You know, H.G. Wells, fun guy. You don't know. Okay, so you unconsciously, you're on the same plane as H.G. Wells. There you go. Again, H.G. Wells. What a character H.G. Wells is. And definitely, dude did fucking heaps of drugs, fucked lots of women, and had ideas. If you've never heard the term Fabian socialists, they are basically, on some levels, you could argue they're the worst sort of socialists in that they're really elitist. And they say, yes, the working classes have to be liberated. But from a certain perspective, the Fabian socialists say the working classes are too stupid to liberate themselves. So they need their better educated superiors to set up a structure that frees them. Being a part of the dirt poor working classes, I am somewhat of the opinion of fuck the Fabian socialists. Because it's a really condescending elitist attitude. But it's better than being a fascist, honestly. And also, hat tip to fucking H.G. Wells for doing all the drugs and fucking all the women. Doing orgies. Because Lenin was definitely not a Fabian socialist. Definitely not. H.G. Wells was a Fabian socialist. The thing. Micro. I like to think black holes aren't real, some sort of alien tech. Black holes are a fucking mystery, man. Well, it's the thing. See, Micro, I think we are original in our thoughts, in that no one necessarily guided us to our thoughts. But when you search history and maybe antiquity, you find out, oh, no, people have been thinking the same things I thought for literally thousands of years, because all us humans are facing the same weird questions. SW, to you, Fabians are wealthy people. Yes, no, that excellent fucking take on Fabian socialists. They are wealthy, educated people who think, yes, the poor should be lifted up, but I don't want my wealth to be disturbed by the poor being lifted up. And the Fabians definitely believed the poor working class weren't smart enough to liberate themselves. They needed their educated, wealthy betters to help them, which is where their ideology falls down to my percent. Honestly, Safa, I get what you're saying there. The bourgeoisie, yes, Fabian socialists were definitely the bourgeoisie, the petit bourgeois, small business. But yeah, no. Fabian socialists were dicks, basically. Like, yes, the working class should be liberated, but they're too stupid to do so. No, the working class fucking know what's required for their liberation, quite honestly. But, we're humans, we're weird and complex and fucked up. So, Mike, you heard a scientist had a theory you really enjoyed. Suggests gravity doesn't exist. It's affected something we don't understand. Oh, dude, Jesus Christ. Once you get into that hardcore science stuff, man, it gets weird and very fucking interesting. Musical aviator. Hello. Oh, holy shit. Yes. Oh my God. You've been booked for weekend overtime? Jesus fuck with this crowd strike fucking outage. Holy shit. I stayed logged into my work thing for an extra hour just in case anyone wanted me to help them with something. But it seems okay. Oh my God. Yeah, this fucking outage, man. It's fucking hardcore. We were talking about it all earlier. We haven't talked about it for a while, but I empathize with you. You're going to be working all weekend attempting to fucking fix this shit. Micro Kool-Aid's kind of a fringe thing here. You have to get it from specialty shops that have American stuff. I have to admit, I like Kool-Aid, though. You reckon gravity only exists in the northern hemisphere because we're below the planet's waistline, like ant feet. Who's the Energizer Bunny, Micro? Is that Loogie? Don't get started on quantum gravity. Oh, yeah. It's wild. No, we don't. We don't have anything similar to Kool-Aid. So, Heine, I haven't been affected either, man. I was literally like, I themed this, it's daiquiri day, and I said I probably wasn't making any daiquiris. I was initially going to name the thing like, yeah, party night unless the CrowdStrike outage fucks up my internet. But it hasn't happened. Yeah. But again, Milo is very different to Kool-Aid, but I do love Milo. I don't know, dude. If you're working in help desk support, this shit happening on a Friday afternoon is not fucking great. How do Australian children get sugar water? I mean, they literally just get things like, Coke or Pepsi or Fanta or something. No, 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 no. Don't drink water. Drink soft drinks. But we never really had anything like Kool-Aid that you mix with water. We had cordial, but that's liquid. I suppose that's our equivalent to Kool-Aid, cordial. My dad picks the fruit that goes to Cotties to make the cordial that I like best. Cotties Cooler is like the bitch ass coolest fucking cordial. This is green shit, and it just tastes great. They don't even call it lime cordial. It's just called Cooler, Coolla. Cooler. It's fucking awesome. It's the best. But yeah, so we didn't have powdered sugar drink. We had liquid sugar drinks that we call cordial, most of which were fruit flavors. So I guess that's our equivalent to Kool-Aid is cordial. Now I think about it for a second. Oh god, there's more freaky wind whipping up outside. It's giving me fucking psychological problems. I'm gonna look at the weather thing again. What's it doing? 11 feels like 8. What's the rain map doing? Okay, I don't know if you see that. It's like the rain is mostly past Melbourne now. Fuck me, it's windy outside though. It is fucking windy outside. Okay, so it's 11.7 now. They're saying it's going to drop to 8, so it's not going to get much colder. But okay, tomorrow is not meant to get any fucking warmer than it is now. That's fucking bullshit, man. It's not meant to get any warmer than it is now. Fuck. And I'm going out tomorrow. That's fucking bullshit. And maybe raining a fucking lot. God fucking damn it. Like, I'm going to the other side of town at lunchtime and then somewhere else. Oh my God. This is fucking bullshit. It's so fucking windy outside now. It sounds like there's a jet flying overhead. It's fucking ridiculous. Abso-fucking-lutely ridiculous. Man, I might go to fucking bed. This is some fucked up bullshit. Bullshit. So I keep hearing these noises, and I don't know whether it's the wind or a car. That was a car just then. It was funny, like, for the first couple of years of COVID, I was doing the streams from the kitchen, which is the other side of the house. So I didn't hear shit from the road. So I never heard cars or anything when I was doing it from the kitchen, but I was kind of in everyone's way because I was in the kitchen. And now the young'uns moved out. And so I took over young Mr. Angry's bedroom, which is in the front of the house. So it's like I'm right at the front of the house. There's a little bit of yard and a fence and a road, and there's another road. So now I hear cars. I never used to hear cars when I was in the kitchen. But anyway, am I going to Sleepy Bobos? I mean, fucking maybe in the next half hour? I don't know. Justin, you're in camper and it's windy? Jeez, it's windy as fuck outside. Like, I hear just fucking haunted house howling wind sounds out there. I'm kind of surprised the microphone's not picking it up, quite honestly, because it's some fucked up shit. Oh God, yo, yawning. Fucking hell, Jesus. I mean, I don't know. I might go to bed in the next half hour. I don't know. I'm gonna finish this bit of mineral water. God damn. Yeah, I think maybe Safa, my mic is only picking up relatively near sounds. Sorry, micro. Mayo? I don't know what Mayo is. Our ultimate like chocolate drink is called Milo, and it's fucking awesome. I fucking love Milo. I just used to make the most decadent chocolate milk drinks with Milo when I were a youngin'. Ugh. Oh, I fucking love these mineral water drinks. It's really weird to me that I enjoy these. Mio. It's like liquid drink. I don't know. We have fucking cordial. I don't know. Justin, I think my heater's switched off. We have the heater on a timer. I'm just gonna fucking get under some blankets. Fucking. So Lukey's taking Mio is like Kool-Aid, but it's a liquid caffeine. Oh, no, our cordials don't have caffeine. They have sugar. So FW, have one shot of milk to two of Milo. Man, I used to put a fuck ton of Milo and sugar into a drink when I was making it when I was a kid. Also, turning it into a milkshake's cool. Just a couple scoops of ice cream and milk and Milo, and shake that shit up and get a really fucking thick milkshake. Australia. Okay, not all Mio is caffeinated. Okay. I feel like I've actually done a Milo sandwich as well, Earth W. bread, butter, and put some Milo on it. But I fucking loved. Okay, I love jelly crystal sandwiches. So Micro and Luigi, I don't know if this will weird you out. So what you call Jello, we call jelly. And when you're making it at home, you get a little packet of jelly crystals that you add water to, put in a dish and set. But I would actually have fucking sandwiches like bread and butter and the jelly crystals on it. Fucking wicked awesome. So good. So fucking good. Just stupid unhealthy, but so good. Ugh. I have a weird fucking impulse to do it now. I feel like I haven't done that since I was a kid, but I have a weird impulse to do a jelly crystal sandwich. Damn. But, you know, we're all doing crazy shit. I do remember, I haven't been to the US for fucking ages, like maybe 10 years. I don't know. But I went for various YouTube things and I fucking loved going to US supermarkets with all the weird shit that was on the shelves. And I'd go, never seen that. I'm fucking getting that. Same deal when I was traveling with people. We'd be like, we'd pass a convenience store and I'd go, okay, we're going to go to a convenience store. I am going to get one drink and one confectionery that I've never seen before. And I'm just going to fucking try them because I swear to God, your convenience stores have 50 drinks and 50 confectionery items that I've never seen before. So I'm just going to, each time we go past a convenience store, I'm going to get one drink and one confectionery item that I've never had. It's fucking wild. And I remember I did a road trip from San Francisco to LA with my friend Corey, Mr. Safety, SMP Films. And we stopped at a convenience store and they had, you get a soft drink in this cup. There was like a fucking bucket. I swear to fuck, it held at least a liter. And I was just like, sorry, I'm just getting this. And they go, do you want that much soft drink? And I went, no. I'm just getting it literally because you cannot get this in Australia. So I'm just getting this big fucking bucket that holds at least a liter. So I'm filling it up and taking it on the road trip because it's just fucking surreal to me that this is being sold. Oh yes, the booze in the convenience stores, the gas station and convenience stores, trips me out because yeah, petrol stations and 7-Elevens do not sell alcohol here, but the supermarkets do. Most of our supermarkets have a bottle shop next to them. And the whole thing, cultural differences. Okay, you know what? I feel like I'm going to be a wuss. It's only a bit after 11, which is super fucking early for party night, but here's me. I am selfishly thinking of myself because I have already mentioned I'm going off and doing a whiskey tasting at lunchtime tomorrow and then doing a date night with dinner and cocktails on Saturday night. Micro, dude, I fucking wish, I hope I get to come and travel and hang out with you in the US. SW was saying beer in the 80s with alcohol levels so low had to be sold as a soft drink. Oh, see you next Tuesday. You is a punk. I do a rum tasting another day. But you know, I'm not going to be just so. I'm just ooh, I forgot I had 2 cherries on here. Just mixing this up. Oh. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. So, oh god, I think there's a plane flying overhead now. Just different sounds I can hear outside. I don't know. Oh, fucking yeah. Did I find Chinese gin? Like, no, I only drink Australian gin. Oh, you feel like you could hear the plane? It might. It might be a helicopter because the noise is still there, and I feel like a plane would have passed by now. Anyway, I got two little cherries. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, that's an interesting one, Loogie. Cherry cola has always grossed me out. It's kind of like I love cherries. I love cola, but cherry cola has always kind of grossed me out. Okay, Mike, I can't decide with you on that. Even though I drink Pepsi Max, when I've drunk cherry Coke and cherry Pepsi, cherry Coke was better. Well, you actually used it to help you stop drinking, Louie. Yeah. See, I'm not that well versed in Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's hard to get in Australia. Do you know what? I'm gonna do a fucking wussy thing. This is remarkably early for Friday night, but I'm just preserving myself because the stuff I have planned for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go to bed, go sleepy bobos, and I'm probably not doing another stream before Tuesday night. So I'm gonna do tomorrow's gonna be a pretty fucking decadent day. But I definitely need to do like no alcohol on like Sunday and Monday to fucking clear out my system. And then maybe do something on Tuesday night. So I feel like I'm going to dip fairly early. This is embarrassingly early to dip for a Friday night party night. But I need to be functional tomorrow because I'm doing a bunch of shit tomorrow. And then I need to do a couple of days recuperating. And then maybe do another live stream on Tuesday night. Wait and see. Who the fuck knows? But I hope you fine and funky people to hear. You're taking a shower this late at night. I'm a morning shower person. I'm just like, I'm going to fucking crash in bed. And I use a shower to wake myself up. But we're different people, and that's fine. It's fine that we're different. So you fine and funky folk, take care of yourself. I've really enjoyed your company tonight. And I'm going to dip out way earlier than I usually would just to honestly look after myself. So I hope you're all well. I hope to see you again soon.